How's it going, super friends? Welcome to DC Talking Points, the show where I put it up whenever I feel like it and there's stuff to talk about and I'm not too busy. So, what am I going to talk about today? First off, the DC Comics exclusive streaming service, DC Universe, has finally launched, and it looks glorious. Definitely the kind of thing that I would absolutely sign up for if I didn't live in Canada! Living in Canada means I can't actually sign up for it yet because it's only available to the people who live in the US. Good for you, wonderful, very happy you have it, but darn it, I wish I could actually sign up for that and watch it. Now there is talk and rumor on the interweaves grapevine that a lot of this content will show up on Netflix eventually. I don't know how true that is, I didn't look into it, I'm just kind of rambling off crap, it might not even be true. But regardless whether it's true or not, I still wish that I could be a part of it because that is right up my alley. If there was ever a streaming service that I would be all like, yeah, I'm down with that, it would be the DC Universe streaming service. Now on YouTube you can see that first episode of their daily show, and it looks like so much fun. Seriously, if you live in the States and you haven't signed up for the DC streaming service, my big question would be, why not? For one, there's so many exclusive shows. Harley Quinn, the Doom Patrol, Titans, Swamp Thing, Stargirl. Oh my god, there's just so much. Like, whatever your thoughts are on the CW or the DC Films universe, this is going to be, in my opinion, probably so much better because it's right in the hands of DC. Now, the fact that these are made in-house really excites me because they're not beholden to what the general public would like to see out of a comic book movie. In other words, because this is a subscription-only streaming service, you're going to be a DC fan if you've signed up for it, which means they can do a lot more comic booky things with these shows and a whole lot less. We better make sure the general public is going to like it as well. I mean, of course, they're going to have a certain amount of, let's keep this to modern day sensibilities, we can't have people running around in tights and that kind of thing, but DC are the people that have the control here. It's being produced, again, exclusively for DC fans. Man, I really wish I was able to sign up for DC Universe Online. Not only that, but every cartoon and movie you've ever watched or liked or wished was all under one roof is there. And not only that, but you can pull up an easy chair and read all kinds of graphic novels right there on the site. This site is for me! Only I'm in Canada. Next in DC news that I want to talk about is Joaquin Phoenix's first images as the Joker. Well, not really as the Joker in the makeup, but in the character that is to become the Joker in his standalone movie. That stuff's finally been shown online. And hooray! Joaquin Phoenix looks great. And I like Joaquin Phoenix. I've seen his other stuff. I remember when Joaquin Phoenix kind of disappeared for a year and grew that big beard and made it look like he was dropping out of, acting and he was going to have a rap career. I thought that was brilliant. That was like, Joaquin Phoenix, in my opinion, is one of the greats of our generation, and quite often he just gets forgotten. So I think he's going to do absolutely fantastic, and it's clear, it's apparent, he has lost a ton of weight for this. He used to be kind of a bigger guy, but you can see in his face that he's slendered right up to get those Joker features, and the way he's got that one kind of droopy, lazy eye, he looks crazy Madhouse Joker. I think it's going to be awesome. Not to try and dethrone Jack Nicholson or Heath Ledger. I think they're great Jokers in their own right. I just think we're going to see a very different, very unhinged Joker with Joaquin Phoenix's take on him as well. If you're a fan of the CW's DC TV universe, then you'll know by now that Lois Lane for the CW has been cast, and it's none other than Elizabeth Tulloch, or Bitzie, as she's known as well. You might know her from Grimm. She played Eve, and I don't know much about her. I just know that she looks the part, mostly. She does have a little bit of that Margot Kidder look to her, but then again, people can compare Lois Lane to Lois Lane and say, oh, she looks like that, but really she just, in my opinion, the pictures that we've seen has a very classic Lois Lane look. That's not to say that when they make her up, she's going to look like that. Who knows what the costuming and hair is going to do with her. But I think so far, just in the face, I think that she's a pretty good match. I mean, I'm not sure if I would have chosen her. Like, yeah, she's absolute best for the role, but is anyone ever really best for the role? I mean, some people are definitely better than others for a role, and occasionally people just get really poorly cast, like they should have never been cast in that role. Ryan Reynolds! I think he would have made a better Kyle Rayner than I do. Yeah, I think that she'll look fabulous alongside Tyler Hoechling's Superman, although I do, as a side note, hope that she is shorter than Tyler Hoechlin. I'm sorry, I like my Superman taller than Lois. It's always been that way, always throughout the Superman mythos. Lois Lane is not an Amazon, she ain't supposed to be taller than Superman. But you know how it is these days, people breaking all kinds of norms and breaking all kinds of rules on television, so maybe I should just look up their height. Hold on. Let's see. Tyler Hoechlin height. 6 foot. He's 6 foot? He looks so much shorter than that. Elizabeth Bitzie Tulloch, 5'6". Yay! Now as for the comics, I've actually started picking up Batman comics again. It's been a long time since I've picked up Batman titles because I just can't afford to pick up all the comic books that I want to, but a few of my titles ended, so I thought, meh, let's start picking up Batman and detective comics. And I gotta tell you, as someone who is seeing the Trunks make their comeback, I'm not upset about it. I'm sorry. I mean, I like him. I liked him without the Trunks. I like the New 52 suit. I mostly like the Rebirth suit. But I'm telling you, the classic suit to me is still the iconic Batman, so I'm not going to be one of the people that's upset that those Trunks have came back. Yes, I'm not going to lie, at this point, because we're used to not seeing them, even since pre-New 52 with the incorporated suit, it does seem kind of strange to see them back on Batman again, but honestly, I'll be used to it after an issue or two, and it'll be like, oh yeah, there they are, that's Batman. In the end, it ain't the Trunks being there or not being there that makes the character rad. Basically, I think that Batman can be just as badass with the Trunks as without. And the argument that the Trunks are ridiculous. I mean, the guy's wearing trunks and he's out fighting crime. I totally get that argument, and I don't think you're wrong or stupid for having that argument. However, I mean, the guy also wears a cape with pointy scallops on the bottom, has pointy ears, and does things that no human being could ever do in real life. I mean, some of the things he does are really outlandish. We suspend disbelief. And for some people, the Trunks stop them from suspending disbelief. And that's okay. For me, they don't. If I can believe that he can glide across Gotham with his cape outstretched and that he can do all the other things he can do, the Trunks are not going to be something that stops my disbelief there. I'm okay with the Trunks. Put them on, leave them under the bed. Even though I like them, it's all the same to me. In other comic book news, something that I'm pretty excited about is the first story arc for Justice League has came to a close, and the Justice League and the Legion of Doom have been fighting over this totality, and more mysteries have been given, and a few things have been solved, but mostly more mysteries. This isn't comic talk. I really don't want to get into everything. You have to read them for yourself. The funny thing about this Justice League series is from the moment that we see this totality and what it looks like right up until the end when the Justice League prevails and the Legion of Doom does not, and things did look pretty grim for the good guys for a while there. All I can think is, dudes, why are y'all fighting over admission to the Epcot Center? Just pay the admission price and you can all see what secrets lie behind the gates of the Epcot. Because, come on, it looks like the Epcot Center, right? Am I the only one that looked at that and thought, Epcot Center? Oh, my phone's ringing. I gotta answer it. Hi.
I was just remembering that moment in Jackass when he takes the rental car into the smashed up dirt.
Oh, yes. When he takes the rental car to the Smash Up Derby with the blow-up dolls in the back and then brings it back all smashed up and says, I hit a dog. And I guess the final bit of DC talking point that I wanted to mention is that Henry Cavill, who we all know there's been this whole rumor of him no longer being Superman, I didn't talk about this before actually, is that he was cast in the lead role of Netflix's The Witcher series as Geralt, the lead character. Now Geralt's a great character. I loved the first game, played the snot out of the first game. The battle was kind of clunky, but it was a great game. Played through a chunk of the second one, got kind of bored with it and put it down. It just wasn't my thing. The third one looks like a ton of fun. I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet. I didn't pick it up when it came out because it was expensive and I had other stuff I had to buy. But I don't know why I haven't picked it up now on sale. I probably could. I could probably pick it up for like 15 or 20 bucks. Why haven't I picked it up yet? I guess how I feel about it is that even though The Witcher and Superman are both two really excellent protagonistic characters, and I think that Henry could do a wonderful job as The Witcher, and it might even challenge his acting chops more than Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and then Justice League did, I just kind of feel like it's possible that the characters are so opposite. You know, one can be brutal and violent and sexually promiscuous, and the other character is good, bright, and hopeful and has a high moral standard. What I'm saying is they're both excellent characters, but they're also so very polar opposites in some ways. And it's like, does Warner Brothers want their Superman over here dressed up as Geralt from The Witcher, having kissy face, pressy body with women? If you played the first game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You could get them their sex cards, right? And I didn't get them. Like, none of them. What are you talking about? I think you get my point. I think it might be great for Henry, but it also might not be seen as such a good thing from the point of view of Warner Brothers. I honestly don't know at this point. But yes, I am very happy to see Henry Cavill working, doing something he's excited about, playing a character that I do like, not as much as Superman, but I do like Geralt from The Witcher. But I'm not gonna lie, I am gonna spend the entire time that I'm watching him thinking, hey Soups, what are you doing? take off that white wig and pull the cape out and go fly off and just burn them monsters with your heat vision. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But you know what? I'm just one dude. These are my thoughts and opinions, and I know that you're going to have your own. I'm just happy that you joined me today. If you want to see more of this face talking about stuff or reviewing action figures or whatever, hit the subscribe button. Maybe ding the notification bell because occasionally it works. And leave a like if you liked the video. Leave any comments you have down in the comment section below. I did all that backwards today, didn't I? I did. And I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, I was going to fall off the chair, but then I